Jackie Dumin here in the studio. She is the site director at the Tallac Historic Site. Now, that sounds like a large task with what you guys have out there, a great historic area out by Camp Ridge. So maybe I think the first thing for people out there joining us here in the lake for the first time or always wondered what's up over there. Can you maybe just give us a brief overview of what you guys do?
Yeah, absolutely. We are a historic site, and we have 3 different estates there at the historic site. We have the Baldwin, the Pope, and the Heller, and these were all families who had summer homes up at the lake, and the buildings were built between about 1894 and the 1930s.
Wow.
Yeah, so we've got quite a few acres where you can go explore the land and the water. We're right by the lake, so that's great too. And we have all of these old historic buildings.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. Anybody who's ever been out there and been in the Lake Tahoe area knows how rich the history of this region is. But not a lot of people take advantage of going out and learning about that history, and I think that's how you become engaged with the region, especially myself. So I know you guys have a couple of different programs to really tie people in to the history of Lake Tahoe. What are a couple of those programs?
We have a lot. We have a lot for both families and adults and kids. Our main tour is the Pope House tour, where you get to go inside one of the old historic buildings, the Pope House. And it's a historic house tour, so it's about an hour. And you get to go and see all of the rooms, how we've redressed them, how they've been restored, and what the families donated back to us. That's definitely one of our most popular, and that's offered at 11, 1, and 2:30 every day except for Wednesdays. And then on Wednesdays, because we don't have the Pope House tour, we have the Tallac Site tour, and that's an outside tour of all 3 of the estates. And that's also on at 11:30 and 2:30 that day. And because we're also very dog friendly at the Tallac Site, dogs on leashes friendly.
Okay. And owners that pick up dogs poop.
Yes,
dog
please.
Friendly.
Yes, we're all very worried about the lake, so we want to make sure that your puppies are taken care of.
Yeah, absolutely.
So leashed pets are also very welcome on our Tallac Site tour. Because it's an outside tour, you can bring your quiet dogs or cats or bunnies, whatever you have on a leash, and you can walk along with us.
Iguanas?
Absolutely.
Right on.
Leashed. Leashed iguanas.
Leashed iguanas. I think one of the cool things, these are restored to the time period, right?
Correct.
And I think that's one of the coolest things is people coming up here who have been up here in the winter or been up here in the summer to go through these houses that have, to see the technology of the 1920s and 30s and that people survived up here. And not only survived up here, but really flourished, I think it is an incredible thing to the human spirit and what we were able to do, especially for that time period.
It really wasn't that bad for the rich.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, true. I guess 20 servants.
Exactly.
Helps. So if someone not only wants to come check out, what you guys have at the Tallac Historic Site, but wants to become a part of it, volunteer. Do you guys have ways for people that can do that?
We do. We have all kinds of volunteer activities and opportunities at the site. You can help us docent in the museum, do tours, be part of our living history programs, and that's why I'm dressed as I am today.
I was going to say, from the 1920s,
Absolutely. Right? So we've got lots of living history programs. We're actually having one tomorrow at 4 o'clock called Vintage Vatican, because the Pope family would, of course, go to the Vatican for their holidays.
Jeez.
Of course.
Rich people.
So you'll get to meet Mrs. Pope on the porch of the Pope House and get to have some snacks with her and have a tour of the house and have her maids and her butlers wait on you.
That's awesome.
Not a bad deal.
Yeah, and then I think the most important thing, not a lot of events around Tahoe, family friendly, animal friendly, so one of the things where everybody can come out and enjoy the Tallac Historic.
We also have our Kitchen Kids program, which allows kids to cook something from scratch every Wednesday at 1 o'clock or Fridays starting July 8th at 1 o'clock as well. And those spots go really quick because the kids get to take stuff home with them. So the adults and the kids in the life love it because they get to go home with cookies or biscuits baked from scratch.
Sugar?
Real sugar.
Yes.
Real ginger in the ginger cookies.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, definitely a good thing.
Awesome. Well, Jackie, I know a lot of people out there want to find out where you are, how they can get more information. If they want to get all that information, how can they get it?
You can go through our partner site, TahoeHeritage.org. And that's one website you can find all of our information. The Forest Service website also has some good information on it. However, the URL is just weird and long.
Google Lake Tahoe Forest
Yes,
Service.
Exactly. And the Tallac Historic Site, and you'll get right there. Or you can always give me a call directly at the museum, and that's 530-541-5227.
Right on, Jackie. Keep up the good work.
Keeping
the history alive. Jackie Dumin from the Tallac Historic Site. Make sure you guys head out there and get a little piece of history. We'll be right back with more of Lake Tahoe TV's Tahoe Today.